Hi, third graders. Today's read aloud is called The Incredible Book Eating Boy. And I love this story just because it's kind of silly, who's going to eat a book. But also, there are some really good vocabulary words in this story that I think make it really wonderful. Also, I love how when they put this book together, if you look down here at the bottom, they made the book look like somebody took a big bite out of it and got hungry and kind of chomped on it, which goes along with the title, right, of the story. So here we go, The Incredible Book Eating Boy by Oliver Jeffers. Henry loved books, but not like you and I love books. Nope, not quite. Henry loved to eat books. It all began quite by mistake one afternoon when he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't sure at first and tried eating a single word just to test. Next, he tried a whole sentence and then the whole page. Yes, Henry definitely liked them. By Wednesday, he had eaten a whole book. And by the end of the month, he could eat a whole book in one go. The Incredible Book Eating Boy. All right, so kind of thinking about incredible. So what does it mean if something or someone is incredible? Henry loved eating all sorts of books. Storybooks, dictionaries, atlases, joke books, books of facts, even math books. But red ones were his favorite. And he was going through them at a fierce rate. All right, so he loves all type of books. Why do you think red books are his favorite? And then it says he's going through them at a fierce rate. What does it mean if you go through something at a fierce rate? I'm wondering, does it mean that he's eating books slowly or that he's eating them really fast and going through them quickly? But here's the best bit. The more he ate, the smarter he got. A, book goes in. B, information goes to brain. Brain getting bigger. C, belly gets full. He ate a book about goldfish, and then he knew what to feed Ginger. Monumental. Before long, he could do his father's crossword in the newspaper. And was even smarter than his teacher in school. So what do you think about this thought that all he has to do is eat books and he gets smarter and smarter? Would it be cool if it actually worked that way? Or do you think it's better to work for it? Henry loved being smart. He thought that if he kept going, he might even become the smartest person on earth. So he kept eating books. And he kept getting smarter. And smarter, the quiz show. And smarter. He went from eating books whole to eating them 3 or 4 at a time. Books about anything. Henry wasn't fussy, and he wanted to know it all. But then things started going not quite so well. What do you think is going to happen? Based on what you see in the pictures and whatnot, what do you think is going to happen? So this picture, it says, I'm going to eat you. In fact, they started going very, very wrong. Henry was eating too many books and too quickly at that. Bite, chew, 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 gulp, green, greener, greenest. Ugh. So what does it mean if you're getting green? Okay, so we know it as a color, and in the book they're showing his face changing. But what does that actually mean if someone says, I'm feeling green? He was beginning to feel a little ill. An Irish word for ejecting the contents of your stomach is boke. But here is the worst bit. Everything he was learning was getting mixed up. 6 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 6 equals elephant. He didn't have the time to digest it properly. It's because it became quite embarrassing for him to speak. So what do you think he sounded like when he started talking? Pick me. I know, miss. I know, miss. Me, pick me. Suddenly, Henry didn't feel very smart at all. No more books. Your head and belly can't cope. What does that mean? Your head and your belly can't cope. Besides, it means no one else can enjoy them. You owe a total of... More than one person told him he should stop eating books. So it looks like here we might have his dad, we have his doctor, we have an actual book. You owe a total of, maybe that's the librarian telling him that he owes money for all the books he took from the library. So Henry gave up eating books and sat sadly for a long time. What was he to do? Then, after a while, and almost by accident, Henry picked up a half-eaten book from the floor. But instead of putting it in his mouth, Henry opened it up and began to read. And it was so good. Henry discovered that he loved to read, and he thought that if he read enough, he might still become the smartest person on earth. So do you think that could happen? If you read enough, can you become super smart? And it would just take a little bit longer. The Incredible Book-Eating Boy. Now Henry reads all the time, although every now and then... Look down here. What do you think he does every now and then? All right. So, The Incredible Book-Eating Boy. Okay, and it was a little bit of a silly story about a boy who just loved eating books, right? And he became super smart. But there is a really good lesson here on when Henry was eating all the books to get smarter and smarter. Was he working to get smarter, or was he kind of taking the easy way? So that's something to think about. When you're doing work or you're working on something important, is it better to take the easy way out, or is it better to work for it and put in the effort behind it? So that's just something to think about. I hope you enjoyed the story. See you later.